Hello, my name's Fox. I'm Fox, and Ultraman! Which, here's the funniest thing, like, this whole thing that led me down this rabbit hole. I think I watched like, here's the thing, I didn't think I knew who Ultraman was, like, I kind of knew who he was, but not really. And, like, here's the thing, I love giant monsters, I love kaijus. Godzilla is one of my main favorites. But that's the thing, though, I like kaijus. I like the giant monster, the giant reptile that shoots, like, you know, and, like, shoots atomic rays out of his mouth. I like the, three-headed dragon that shoots electricity and shit. I love giant kaijus. Where, I guess this is Tokusar, I believe it is, where it's the giant, it looks just like a giant, it's not even like a mecha, because I love mechas, don't get me wrong, I love giant robots, but this is more like, it's a giant. That's kind of it. Like, well, kind of. Ultraman actually has way more powers, I guess, than him just being a giant. But it's one of his main things. Also, like, I don't know if you could tell that much. This image here sold me on Ultraman so much. But, so I never really got too much into it, but then I found out, hold on. Here we go. I found out, like, originally, I'm like, wait a minute, Ultraman kind of reminds me of a character, and it took me a minute to find out. Someone tell me, because I don't entirely sure what this is. I remember watching this, I had it. This show was made, like, a few months before I was born, and then it ended, like, when I was 91 years old. But it's Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Which I'm like, hold on a minute, that kind of looks like Ultraman, and I think it is, yeah, because it's Ultraman Wiki. Like, I think it is, I don't know, because there's this whole thing with Gridman, and I don't know what the difference between Ultraman and Gridman is, because they're both similar design, but Gridman has, like, more light, but I know, like, this is pretty much the Power Ranger Super Sentai Power Ranger equivalent to Ultraman to Power Ranger, like the Power Ranger is to Super Sentai what Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad is to Gridman, I think. Which I do remember liking the show a lot. I did find it weird that whenever they go into the cyber world, there was buildings and towers and stuff, and they fought there. And I'm like, why is the cyber world, there's these towers and stuff? Like, it looks otherworldly, but, like, why is the internet world like this? And then, like, I'm guessing because of the original story, it wasn't a internet cyber world. Also, his friends turned into vehicles. I remember that after reading a quick thing about that. In either case, Ultraman Rising. We're going to watch the trailer for it. We're going to watch the trailer for it first, and then we'll get into the actual movie. So, let's just begin. Also, I got another monitor here now, so I'm not sure if it's actually lighting my face even better or not. But now, I don't have to go like, oh, am I still recording? I can literally just look to my right and see. And hell yeah, that's great. Like, I can look at that and I'm like, look, it's recording! Yay! Alright. Anyways, let's begin in 3, 2...
Dad, did you ever worry that your power wasn't enough?
Also, of course, on Father's Day.
Single day. The world needs you to become something more. It's actually kind of cool fighting monsters. It's just, I'm not very good at it. Come on, seriously?
Oh my god.
Not good.
Retrieve the package. Yes, sir.
The art style, like, I feel like this is a movie that's trying to take on, like, the Spider-Verse, Puss in Boots, like, TMNT, like have a very stylized, which I do enjoy. I really do enjoy this. Like, it's its own style. I think it's copying it. But that's what it's kind of going for.
You are her mother.
A Netflix film.
Okay. No,
She has acid reflux.
Babies get acid reflux? Great. I am not built for this. How do you do it? Juggle everything. Your job, your kid.
Honestly, it's not easy. They're like little monsters sometimes.
Ultraman! Do your job! I'm doing the best I can!
Find the infant and bring it back alive. Roger that, sir.
Careful!
God.
This is not...
Can I also say, like, I do like how... Because one thing I do bring up about the Monsterverse, which I love the Monsterverse, don't get me wrong. When they make kaijus, I feel like they have to make them with the idea of... Because there's a... For me, there's a lot of times a disconnect between certain kaijus, where it's like, oh yeah, Godzilla, and then it's the Muto. It's like, well, shit. I'm like, okay, I guess. I feel like when they make kaijus, they should make it in the mind of it should be a wearable suit. And, like, you can make it to a suit. I'm pretty sure, like, every kaiju that's in this show, or in this animated movie, you can make into a actual, like, kaiju suit, and it would work. Like, even, like, down to the movement scenes, even when the baby's moving, it looks like an actual baby moving, but it also looks like someone who's in a suit. And I'm like, yeah, I could 100% see that.
Playtime! You get down from there right now, young lady!
I do have designs. I do have... Oh, shit, what the hell just happened? I do have some gripes that I do want to bring up about the kaiju designs. A little bit. Not really gripes, but certain bits. I'll get to it.
Turn the infant over now.
What happened to the audio?
Onda will never stop until she's captured. She needs you.
Nothing is stronger than family.
No matter what happens, no matter the stakes, Ultraman will be there. We're gonna do this together.
Ultraman, rise.
Ta-da! Ultraman, the ultimate babysitter.
Okay, so I like this movie. Don't get me wrong. I really, really do. Is it... Would I say... Like, okay, would I say it's better than... Would I say it's a better, like, thing than, like, let's say, the Monsterverse? No. Would I say it's better than Gamera Rebirth? No. I would say no. I would say no. I would say no. And I'm saying that with a caveat. Where I'm saying that with a bit of a caveat. Because, like, they're very similar-esque. I think I like Gamera more because I like the kaiju battles in that way more. Because, 90% of that show was kaiju battles. And that was a show. That was multiple episodes. And majority of it was kaiju episodes. But the Kennys were the human characters, weren't the greatest. Like, they were okay. They were serviceable. They were okay. They were not the greatest and not my favorite for human characters. They just weren't. They were okay, but they weren't the greatest in that. This, I do like the human characters a lot, especially because Ultraman is a kaiju. I guess a Tokusar. He's not really a Tokatsu. I'm gonna say Tokusar because that's what I remember it's called from Ben 10. But yeah, like it is funny to find out that, like, oh yeah, I guess did at one point watch an Ultraman show. I think it's got to be Ultraman, right? I've been trying to do a little bit of research into, like, what exactly is Ultraman. Because here's the thing. Here's okay. So the human characters in this are really good. Don't get me wrong. Very, very good. Love them. Ken is back. Ken is pretty cool. Slowly see him become, like, just this kind of, like, guy that's full of himself to becoming a dad of a kaiju. Freaking great. The baby was really cute and never got annoying. Him eventually reconnecting with his dad was awesome. Here's the thing, though. I am not including Super Samurai Cyber Squad, which, like, you know, Super Samurai Cyber Squad. Does that sound like it's going to be 90% Ultraman? I'm pretty much going to this blind. It's not like I'm getting any kind of lore from that for this. I don't think I am. That being said, it took me to look up how the hell he got powers. Because I was like, okay, because at one point, it goes from him being a kid, his dad leaving, to go fight a kaiju, and then it skips, and, after his dad, shows him a baseball, and then, an Ultraman, so he's like, who do you want to be? A baseball player or Ultraman? Not, in an ultimatum kind of thing, but, asking, a little kid that question. And before he can answer, alarm goes off, bad guy's coming, kaiju's coming, and so his dad has to leave and be turned to Ultraman and fight off, and then it looks like his mom's not that his mom got hurt, but pretty much Ken resents his dad a bit for choosing to save people, then stay with his family and all this stuff, I guess, because then his family eventually moves to America and there's a whole bunch of shit. But his dad stays behind, and he resents his dad for that, which I get. I kind of get that. I'm not gonna say mind you, he was a kid at the time and he grew up from this. So yeah, there's lingering resentment there, even if it is he is saving people's lives. But there is but then you cut to later on, his dad apparently had an injury, and because of that injury, his mom tells him you need to go back to Japan and be Ultraman, and he's already Ultraman while also now playing on the Giants, the baseball team, because there's a whole thing about baseball in this, but I think it was supposed to try to help draw Americans in. I hope it works. I don't really give a shit about sports, so I'm just I don't give a shit about this, but hey, it's better than Noctis's fishing in Final Fantasy 15. That being said, I was like, okay, so did his dad give him magic bracelets to let him transform? Is the watch because he has this watch that has alerts and all this stuff, allows him to turn into Ultraman? And it's no. I had to Google it. No, I guess unless this could be even the wrong one. This could be from the Shin Ultraman, which I don't know. I gotta watch that one because apparently Ultraman and Godzilla have shared a blood, and not in a sense of continuity shit. I mean in a sense of hold on, what was it? Gomez, which I found this figure, which Shin Ultraman, and this guy kind of looks like Shin Godzilla, down to the little beady eyes, the mouth with the little teeth into it, even kind of how the feet are thing, and then even down to having another head at the end of the tail, though his tail is much shorter. I want to get that figure though. Which I'm okay, and then I find out that because the original one, this one I guess, was created using a Godzilla using a Godzilla suit and modifying it. So I don't know if Toho has anything to say on this. Is Ultraman part of Toho? Can he pirate in the MonsterVerse? I kind of don't want that, but okay, so I was okay, so there's shared blood there with Godzilla. That's cool, but then also I want to watch Shin Ultraman now. But also on that same note, I find out I had to look up because here's the thing. So it's not that it's a power that's passed down. It's not it's some kind of ancient or some kind of bracelet that allows him to transform. I guess they're aliens? Which I guess that makes sense with Ben 10 having Way Big, which is a reference to Ultraman. But I didn't know this. And he doesn't ever tell you in the show. And I'm does Ken know this? We never know how he got his powers. And I was why? What? I was so confused. Especially, then later on, spoilers, I guess, his dad does turn into Ultra Dad. And I'm Okay, so he has his... Well, mind you, I did look up after the fact that they're aliens. So, okay, so it's just a DNA thing. How did Kenji's dad come here? I don't know. Is this a sequel to all the other Ultraman series? I don't know. Like, what exactly are his powers? I don't know. And just at one point, they're flying, like, jets are chasing after Gigantus, whatever the hell, the main big mom kaiju. And then he's just flying by like, hey guys! Like, I'm just like, okay, he can fly. I don't know. And in some ways he's using energy punches. And I'm like, I don't know any of your powers. What is going on? Like, I get it. This is most likely for aiming towards, people who are already Ultraman fans, and it just being like a stepping stone for like, maybe you like come in, it's like, okay, what the hell is going on here? Maybe I get more into it. Like, that's why I, like, at least for me right now, it was like, this movie is like a little bit below Gamera, because at least Gamera, we did get info on where Gamera came from. We did get info, like, why he's here, and like where his powers kind of come from. Like, I don't think we get fully everything, like the how he got his, like why he was connected with the kid. I don't think 100% we got that, but leave it over for later. But yeah, that was my only issue on that note. And even then, like 90% of this movie is following Kenji as after the death of his this baby kaiju's mom. He pretty much then has to step up and learn to raise the baby, and pretty much becomes a dad while also learning, like, trying to teach the baby how to survive out in the wild, as well as also Pac-Man and Bandai episode 1. Oh, I just realized this picture. That's cool. Shows the dad of the baby. Oh, I was about to say, oh wait, does that say Dada? It does. Alright. But taking care of the baby and slowly learning to become a dad, while also learning to juggle his life as a baseball player and eventually reconvene with his own dad, while also finding the KDF, the Kaiju Defense Force, which is pretty much trying to do his job. But here's another thing. Again, I get it. I love this movie. Don't get me wrong. But on that same note, like, when his dad at one point goes, "Why'd you let that kaiju die?" And I'm like, is Ultraman not supposed to kill the kaijus? Like, mind you, I'm coming off of Godzilla and Gamera. Like, 90% of the time, the way to defeat the kaiju is to kill the kaiju. If it can die. This month, he's still alive. Or he's still evolving. And then you also have, like, freaking... Don't even get it started with -1, who freaking has, Wolverine healing. That's freaking scary too. But but like, yeah, like, I'm coming off the MonsterVerse, I'm coming off of Gamera, where I'm like, okay, so is I don't know. Is this a thing that Ultraman did? Was he always like a balance? Where like that was his thing? Like, yes, I need to protect like humans and kaijus. Like, does he just fight the kaijus, knock them out, and just like throw them back into the ocean? Like, what happened? I want to learn more about Ultraman, but in a sense, a little bit, because like, yeah, I kind of want to learn a little more about this character. I want to learn more about Ultraman in the series of that. But also on that same note, I just want to know: is this right? Is this what's supposed to happen? Does Ultraman try to keep balance between kaijus and humans? Is Ultraman does Ultraman have a no-kill rule? Like, what are the rules here? What are his rules? Okay. Also, while this is going on, the KDF is run by, I think, Dr. Dodaga, who has a straight hatred for kaijus, and the whole thing is that, like, kaijus in the past killed his wife and daughter, So he's now running the KDF and wants to find the baby, so he can then use the baby to find Kaiju Island, so he can just kill off all kaiju. That's it. Like, and that's that. Well, that's that. And this, like, because here's the thing too. I don't know if Toho has connection with this or not. Because here's also the reason why I do kind of really like the idea of Ultraman a little bit more. Also, it's because one, he is brand a badass. He is pretty much like, it's less of a kaiju and more of a giant superhero. So like something kind of like Ant-Man, but like still with a little bit of that like kaiju like stuff, like where he does like this and shoots like energy blasts. Which it's really cool when spoilers, when him and his dad like do it together. It's like they do it seamlessly. Where I thought like, oh, did he do it himself? And like, no, him and his dad did it. But like we never really get why Kenji's having so much problem shooting like his energy beam with his cross attack. We don't like, because again, like I like this. Again, I like this movie. I'm just confused because I don't know the lore of Ultraman. I don't. The most I know of the lore of Ultraman is that there are 3 kids and one kid's video game character, which I don't know if it's a game that he made or something like that, came out of, like, they got taken into the cyberverse, came out, he went back in, came out as Ultraman or Servo, and his friends went in and came out, and they became giant tanks that can fuse with him and fight with him. I'm pretty sure 99% of that is wrong. Like, to like Ultraman's actual lore. So you can understand where the confusion is. But, like I was saying, the thing is, like, with, like, this guy here being a modified Godzilla suit, and then even here, where the Shin Ultraman is, looks like this main bad guy is literally Shin Godzilla. Like, it's almost it's pretty much a parody of Godzilla, which I'm like, there's an interesting, like, idea here. Of, like, yeah, like, you can literally just give him, like, Ultraman different Godzilla-esque enemies. Or, like, main monster was, like, you know, like, kind of bootlegs, I guess. But, you know, you could have, you know, him fight these guys. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like, you could have things like a bootleg Gamera that he fights. Or, you know, like, he already fighting bootleg Godzilla or Shin Godzilla. Like, we're not getting, like, they're not giving us Shin Godzilla 2 anytime soon. So, I kind of want to watch Shin Ultraman to see, hey, do they make Gomez here? Or Gamas? I'm not sure how to say it. Do they make him like Shin Godzilla? Like, does he constantly evolve? Is he going to keep evolving? Like, does he have like a tail beam too and all this? Like, I kind of want to know. Trying to think. But yeah, and like, here's the thing too, like, there's scenes like this is epic. Like the lighting in this thing can be so badass when you don't really see his pupils. He looks like you can understand, like, if this guy turned on a dime, like, if he went evil, you'd be like, oh shit, you can understand immediately why people would be kind of scared of, like, why he's suddenly going against the KDF, or something along those lines. The baby is cute. Again, it doesn't get annoying. It's really adorable. Them bonding over baseball and all this stuff. That's cute. Him hugging his dad. Again, the action scenes, all that, look amazing, too.
Onda will never stop until she's captured. She needs you.
Nothing is stronger than family. It's really good. And again, like I say, like, most of this movie is pretty much Ultraman, like, becoming a dad and all this stuff. Like, the beginning, there's a little bit of kaiju fighting, and the other, it's him, you know, trying to learn to be a dad while also working with, you know, trying to do his job, his thing as a baseball player. And then also his mom disappeared at some point, and we don't know how that happened. We just know she's gone, which I'm like, okay, she's gonna be back. She's probably gonna be like the stinger at the end because we don't see a body. She's not dead. She's missing. So I'm like, okay. But like the fighting is cool. And like eventually at one point, I'm just like, okay, I gotta stop thinking like, okay, yeah, he is a giant. He's a giant, but like he moves super quick and fast and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, it's a freaking fun movie. But I will say there are things like, again, like I'm complaining about this stuff, but this isn't like me angry. Like, cause there's like Amphibia, the ending of that movie. Or let's say, a certain bit in Gravity Falls. That shit made me angry with, Dipper giving up his dream because his sister wants to stay together forever, even though she's trying to find a boyfriend, and eventually everybody will want her brother hanging around forever, and also just makes me like Star Wars Acolyte even more because even the girl in that one, Osha, is just like, I don't want to be stuck together forever. I'm like, thank you, but okay, but like another like issue, and it's a very like not nitpicky, but like thing is like, some people like say like, oh, like Red in is it Monster Sea, BC? I can't remember which one it was. It's another Netflix one because Netflix just has a shit ton of kaiju stuff now. Sea Beast. In Sea Beast, like that Red looked too nice. I'll say this right, like looked too nice, and like it was like, okay, you look too nice and cute to be nice. And I'm like, even then, I look at Sea Beast, I'm like, not like I could definitely think like give Red some spikes or something like that, 100%. But on that same note, I'm really hoping it's over. On that same note, like characters like let me actually. Sorry, I'm just checking all that. Is it? Let me see. This is the mom kaiju. Even then, that actually looks way better. I'm trying to see if I can find a good enough image. Like the baby, I understand. Cute, adorable, awesome. I love it. And like again, like something like this. Like, look at that image. Like, holy shit, that's cool. That's a really good ass image. Like, oh my god. Let me see where Giganotron. Oh, see, look, they even made a suit for her. Okay, see, these look way better. Like, just taking out the eyes and maybe just... But, like, Giganotron, like, has, like, a pupil and, like, she looks really soft and nice, and I get it. Because I'm watching, like, okay, I get it. She's gonna be a nice kaiju. I understand this. But, like, you could have made her look a little bit more, like, angry, threatening kind of thing. That way you give off the illusion more. And then, like, when it's like, oh, shit, it was actually just your baby. I'm like, oh, shit, she's helping Ultraman. That's so cool. Yeah, see, like, you see, like, the eyes. She just looks like a giant bird. She just looks like a giant bird. That's why I'm just like, okay. See, that looks cool, but then, like, you see the pupil, and, like, I don't know. It's something where, like, it looks too roundish, I guess. But she still looks pretty badass. Also, spoilers, I guess, towards the end. Eventually, like, they use the body of Giganotron to lure the baby out and control the baby because they plan to use the baby's echolocation to find Kaiju Island. Ultraman, Giganotron. Let me see if I put Mecha. yeah, we see Mecha Giganotron, which, again, I didn't know he had these powers, but it looks friggin' sick. Her giant robot form. This looks badass. Oh wait, is that how Gigantron looks? See, like, that would have been a cool design. Like, made it a little bit more like this. And that's supposed to be what Gigantron is. In suit form, yeah. But, I will say one thing that is kind of funny, because, like, she looks like she's mechanized. I'm like, okay, they made her into a cyborg. And, like, at one point, you see her chest open up. Let's see, because I know it's around here.
No matter what happens, no matter the stakes, Ultraman will be there.
Also, like, at one point, the bad guy, bad guy, he pretty much transforms his, like, ship into a Jaeger to the point where, like, he's in the cockpit with, like, the whole shit on him like a Jaeger's pilot suit, and I'm like, alright, bud, calm the hell down. I'm like, alright, you already, like, I'm already liking this shit, you can stop. But at one point, like, man, where is it?
I'm not very good at it.
See, like, you gotta tell, like, okay, yeah, he doesn't come back at one point, but I'm just like, he looks like this guy looks like a lot nicer, I guess. I feel like they should have made it a little bit more animalistic, but again, I guess the idea is, again, make it suit-wise, but still keep them, like, more rigid, like, keep the eyes look more, like, lizard-like or something, I don't know.
Come on, seriously?
Oh my god.
Also, there's a whole thing with the reporter that's kind of a love interest, but, like, we kind of don't follow up with that at one point.
Not good.
Yes, sir.
There is a funny scene, though, where he goes to, like, interview with her, and then her daughter comes in and puts, like, an Ultraman mask on. I'm like, you're Ultraman! It's like, oh, shit! Hold on, I'm trying to find that one scene.
A kid?
Honestly, it's not easy. They're like little monsters sometimes.
Do your job!
Thanks, Granny.
Find the infant and bring it back alive.
Roger that, sir.
Careful! This playtime right now, you.
God, that's such a good image.
Onda will never stop until she's captured. She needs you.
Let me see. It might be. Right there. Right there. You see, like, this is inside her chest. There's a cavity inside her chest. There's organs and shit missing in here. And she has things. And then at the very end, like, they just take the mechanized parts off. It's like, she's fine. I'm like, is she? Should she be? I feel like she should still be part mecha. Because, like she just looks completely fine. There's no mechanical stuff on her. I'm like, I feel like you should at least have kept her with the mechanical wings and, like, a metal chest piece. But again, you only saw her swimming through the water, so maybe she is. Because they do, spoilers at the end, they do hint that there's going to be a sequel coming. It pretty much saying that the mom's alive. Spoilers! But Nebula M78, which... Nebula M78 is a nebula that serves as the greater location of Land of Light, homeworld of most of Ultras, which are Ultraman species. It is 3 million light years away from Earth and is noted to house more than just one planet where Ultras and other civilizations can be found. Land of Light, space prison, all this stuff. I guess next, like, here's the thing. If you would have at least given me some sort, like, thing of, okay, my dad's an alien from another world, and he's Ultraman. Like, I'm like, okay, I understand that. Or say, like, my family has always had this strange and mysterious power to become giants or to become Ultraman. Like, I was like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know this. And I get it. Other fans might. I don't. But anyways, I'm going to probably at some point watch Shin Ultraman to see how that plays out. It looks pretty cool. It looks more mecha. It definitely looks like it's trying to aim for a more, it definitely looks like design-wise, it's looking for... Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, never mind. This is the wrong... Okay, never mind. I was thinking of another Ultraman one. Another Netflix Ultraman that's on it that looks like he's more mechanized. This looks like just straight up, like... Okay. But, Shin Ultraman, how to film ties into Shin Godzilla. Well, if I see anything from GMOS over here, I can guess how he kind of ties in a little bit. I love the design, don't get me wrong, but, like, again, like, in the show where you see the eyes. Also, I do love when Ultraman goes angry and, like, you see him just, like, the background just goes crazy like this, and then he just starts attacking me. But I will say, too, I feel like you should have added, like, a little bit more something in there. Like, I don't know, his eyes go red, or he has some kind of aura. But again, maybe that's not exactly canon to how the show is. I don't know. In either case, this was awesome. I like this a lot. Ultraman is probably one of my new kaiju series that I definitely got to get into a little bit more. Or Toku Star, I'm not sure if there's a difference. Series that I kind of got to get into. Apparently, I've already had some ties or seen something kind of this. It's funny. I've seen Super Samurai Cyber Squad before I've seen Ultraman. And I saw 1998 Godzilla, which got me into Godzilla beforehand. But anyways, thank you for watching. Thanks, Styro, for recommending this. I'll probably check. I've always wanted to check out the other ones. Like, I'm on a point where it's like, okay, because here's the thing. When I saw Gamera, or the Gamera one, which is like the revival, the reboot of it, when I saw that Gamera movie, it immediately hooked me. I immediately loved that so much. Ultraman, it's like, I like the idea of it, but I am on the fence of it. I'm not going to say like, oh, he's my new favorite kaiju fighting on. No, honestly, if you want to give me a humanoid character that fights kaijus, Jaguar is kind of, honestly, a little bit higher than Ultraman right now. But Ultraman, or maybe they're more similar, but Ultraman definitely is still up there, and definitely is still, like, one of, like, kind of my, he's, like, getting up there. I'm not going to say, like, Gamera, because Gamera, I was like, holy shit, he's the prince of monsters, because Godzilla's the king of monsters. Ultraman is that cool superhero, which I'm like, all right, he's pretty badass. I kind of like him. I wouldn't say he's my favorite, but he's a pretty badass guy, and I really like it. And again, just shots like this where the eyes are just hitting you can feel the size of him and like why people would kind of fear him at some points. I love that. Also, let me see. Is there any other little things in here? My notes before I end this. Let's see. Jaeger, Gamera, Gamora. Would you choose baseball player or Ultraman? Me, I would pick Ultraman. It's like, you want to be a baseball player or Godzilla? Godzilla. Dude said he'd answer the question and then avoided it. Oh yeah, because there's a whole thing with like the interviewer, like girl that's kind of love interest or not. Then like he completely avoids her question after saying like, oh no, I'll answer it. And they're like, never mind, I won't. Power Ranger toys in the hideout. Yeah, in his hideout, which is really big base. And like he has like these bridge that just comes out of the water and goes there. I'm like, does no one think like why this guy has all that? Or is it just because they think, oh, baseball player is stupid rich? Is Ultraman not supposed to kill? He can fly, shoot energy beams, energy punch, and energy constructs. Hope the baby can swim or breathe underwater. Godzilla big. Oh yeah, the baby at one point when he was happy and like hearing music, she started doing the Godzilla like dance. I'm like, oh, victory! I'm like, oh, that's cute, and that's a good reference. Why doesn't he fly? Yeah, at one point where the baby's climbing over, I'm like, why don't you fly up there? But maybe he can only fly like forward. It's not like a floating kind of thing. I don't know. Fan external. playing certain bad guys during Kaiju Project Surrogates. Color timer, I still don't know exactly how that works. You just like it just starts beeping when you lose emotion. I don't know. Go Get Our Girl. The robot nanny was cute, and like we should go get our girl at one point when she was dying. Like that's cool. His dad coming in as Ultra Dad. That was badass. At one point I thought the general's dad, the general was probably, or the doctor was probably like the dad of his mom, and like blamed this guy, but it's like no. Because the dad apparently knows Dr. Odaga. Well, anyways, Ken is fine. How's mom still not? Then like the robot, Gigantron or whatever, mechanized and stuff. So we got a Mecha Godzilla kind of thing. We got I'm not sure I would say Godzilla-esque, but we got like a Mecha Godzilla kind of thing with the mom being mechanized. We got Jaegers, we got Ultraman, we got the Giants. It's a pretty fun series. I'm interested to see where this could go next. I want to see like Ultraman get some upgrades or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like that's kind of thing. Like with like giant robots, you could get more upgrades and stuff for it. Ultraman, I'm not sure how that works. It's just superpowers, I guess. I don't know. Tell me to comment below. Thanks for watching videos I've done. Links are on my Facebook. There's some future videos. Hopefully you enjoy this, and we will see you later. But no, it's freaking interesting. I just need more context, and I need to watch more so I can understand more of Ultraman things. I still don't know. Is this a sequel to other things, or is this just like a new continuity? I don't know. I want to find out. Also, before I actually end this, no video cam because my video's already dead. But I just wanted to read some of the comments. Nothing is stronger than family. Vin Diesel approves. This lady working on the sound and orchestrate. That's freaking awesome. Love that. Everyone's talking about the story. No one's talking about the beautiful animation. Yes, the animation is freaking gorgeous. Looking menacing in this scene. Yeah, this scene. I love Kaiju fans eating good. I like this too. Every superhero ever. I'm doing the best I can!